through school, school children can be very cruel.
Yes.
What was your experience, Masinit?
It was not easy because then I would not, if we were to write a test in class, I would not be excited when the first results came in because I only got 5. Then when we go and remark with my teacher, then I get 80 plus the 5. And then I think, but no, how can you get the 8? So you can never be at the same level with everyone else. And in terms of, when I say intelligence, in terms of intelligence in class, with other kids, every time the teacher says, asks a question, you already have the answer before they even finishes the question. So your hand is already up. So you're not at the same pace with everyone in the same grade, but now there's quite a challenge because kids would think either you are favored by the teacher or, you know, there's always, and kids would always tease you. So I was always alone, I was always isolated. And luckily because I joined debate groups, because that's where my strongest points were. And always, my teachers would always come back and say, but you are great in this, then try what you are great in and not what you're not. Don't focus on your weakness, but focus on your strength. That is more how I tried handling it at school.
So it never affected your self-confidence?
It did a lot. That's why when I got to grade 11, I tried committing suicide because it did quite a lot. And with other teachers without understanding. So one of my teachers approached me and said, you know, because of your condition, you will not pass matric. Matric, it's an external. Yes, we can make an exception here at school, but externally they are unable to make an exception. So that demotivated me to say, then why am I studying if I'm going to be, and if I'm going to work for the same people who I was better in class, then I might as well not live. That's when I tried committing suicide, and it was quite difficult.
Specific schools for people with dyslexia or kids with dyslexia?
By my school, it's a mainstream school right now that I'm in. And by my school, when it comes to tests and exams, I get a person that reads to me and then they write my test. But so it works like this. So they write for me and I tell them. So they read me the question and then I tell them the answer. Then they write for me. And that's called the amanuensis.
And you're in a mainstream school?
Yes.
So, could bullying cause dyslexia?
Yes, you see, not many people know of dyslexia. Like, I was sitting in a test, for example, in the beginning of the year, and the teachers don't know that you're dyslexic. And they hand out a whole bunch of tests, and you're sitting there, and now you're like, okay, well, I don't want to, and you're in the middle, and you don't want to, like, stick up your hand and be like, yo, I'm dyslexic. And so I was sitting there, and the girl next door to me, I realized that she can read, so I'm like, psst, can you just read this to me? And then they go back and they're like, what? And like, not everyone can read. We live in a world where everyone expects, okay, well, you go to school, you should be able to read. And not everyone is blessed with reading, writing, spelling, math. So I'm sitting there like, yo, I'm dyslexic. And then I remember the teacher saying, if you've got any disabilities, can you please just write it on your paper? So like, I suck at spelling, so I know dyslexia starts with a D. So I'm writing D, dyslexia, and then like I put an exclamation mark and I write it, I'm like, you know, just send it in. Figure it out.
What other problems do you face outside of school, Hannah?
Outside of school, there's not really a problem. It's just like if you go into a group and then people are like talking about books and stuff, and they'll look at you and they'll be like, do you read? And then you're like, wow, I watch movies, I don't read. And then they'll look at you and they'll be like, why don't you read? And then like you don't necessarily want to tell them, oh, I'm dyslexic, and then people are going to be like, oh, what's that? And then you're going to have to explain it, and then they're going to be like, oh. And then like some people, they'll come up to you and they'll show you a word and they'll be like, can you read this? And then you'll tell them the words I'm not stupid, I can read.
Yeah.
Just you're not going to be able to read as fast as other kids.
Yes.
And you're going to have to just try harder than other people.
What are you doing in life right now to be where you are?
I'm currently a businesswoman, a motivational speaker. In business, I realized that Richard Bryston is dyslexic and he's a great businessman.
Yes.
He started as a salesman. He was rejected at school. Einstein was a great formula maths fanatic. He's dyslexic. So you realize this kind of people, when you still speak about an actress, then we'll go Whoopi Goldberg.
Yes.
Whoopi Goldberg is a great actress.
Yeah.
She's dyslexic.
Yeah.
The most famous and wealthy people in the US are dyslexic. So then I sat down with myself and I said, you know, it won't help crying and moping with something you won't change. Like he's asking, how does it affect your outer ability? Yes, people might not be easy to accept you. Then I thought, what is it that I'm good at? I started as a domestic worker. Then I thought, oh, this domestic working, I can change it into a business because people are looking for helpers these days. Then that's when I went into the cleaning business. Then from the cleaning business, then I moved.
Let's hold it just there. Mui, ke tshepa hore o ntso ithuta go le ngata. Being dyslexic doesn't mean unali inability that cannot help you in life. She's a businesswoman. She's at school. You listen to them speaking. You can